getting a lot of questions lately, and most of them boil down to,
what does Extension do anyway?
well, the answer to that question is a lot more than you might think. We currently have 4 agents and 1 SNAP educator representing 3 different departments within Extension: 4-H youth programming, agriculture and natural resources, and family and consumer sciences. When people think of us, 4-H is usually the first thing that comes to mind. Our 4-H clubs work hard, giving back to their communities through service projects, representing our county at state and national level events, and 6 Dickinson County 4-Hers received scholarships from the Kansas 4-H organization in 2019.
Hi, I'm Jill Martinson, 4-H Youth Development Agent for K-State Research and Extension, Dickinson County. And when I'm asked about my 4-H experience and my 4-H involvement, I have to say it's been my entire life. I was born into Extension. My mom was an Extension agent for 38 years, and it's something that I've always been passionate about. The idea that we're bringing the resources and the research of Kansas State University and the land-grant universities across the country to the people of Dickinson County is a really, really exciting idea. In Dickinson County, we have an amazing legacy of 4-H involvement in volunteerism. And that strong volunteer base has allowed us to support Dickinson County youth in 12 community 4-H clubs and a variety of school enrichment and special interest club opportunities. In 2019, we were able to reach 70% of Dickinson County's school-age population with youth development programming. And we know that involvement in 4-H youth development programming makes an impact in the lives of young people. From the longitudinal study conducted by Tufts University, we know that youth involved in 4-H community clubs are 4 times more likely to make contributions to their community. They're 2 times more likely to be civically active, and they're 2 times more likely to make healthier choices for themselves. Closer to home, in a statewide survey of Kansas 4-Hers, we found that youth involved in 4-H community clubs excel at making responsible decisions, developing connections, developing citizenship and leadership skills, and improving their communication skills. Throughout that study, we found that 91% of 4-Hers reported they have a plan for reaching their goals. 96% report working successfully with adults and having caring friends. 94% of Kansas 4-H youth reported they gained important skills by serving their communities, and 95% reported an increased effort to allow everyone to have a voice. And we know growth in communication and public speaking skills is the hallmark of the 4-H experience. We've found that youth who have been involved in 4-H for 3 or more years showed a 60% increase in their confidence as a public speaker. We look forward to growing the proud Dickinson County tradition of pledging our heads to clear thinking, our hearts to greater loyalty, our hands to larger service, and our health to better living for our clubs, our communities, our country, and our world.
4-H is a big part of a lot of lives here in Dickinson County, and K-State Research and Extension is there every step of the way. Now, we know that we do 4-H, but what about those other things I mentioned? Agriculture and natural resources, and family and consumer sciences. What are those? I'm so glad you asked. If you want fact-based, up-to-date, unbiased information about agriculture, Tony Whitehair is your resource. Current information on crops, land leasing, pesticides and their application, livestock, or one of our 4 community gardens is all available at our office.
Hi, I'm Tony Whitehair. I'm the Agriculture and Natural Resources Agent for K-State Research and Extension here in Dickinson County. I often get asked, what do I do? Or a better question is, what don't I do? So here at K-State Research and Extension, our extension agents are responsible for educational programming and resources that's related to their area of expertise. So our goal is to bring research-based information to people for them to make better informed decisions. So not only do we do educational programs and provide resources, but we answer questions, address concerns, and we diagnose problems. So for my area in agriculture and natural resources, that would include agriculture with topics such as crop production, livestock, economics, and farmer and landowner relations. There's also horticulture, which includes topics such as lawn, garden, and trees. And then we also do stuff with wildlife and natural resources. Most of the time, that's related to water. Agriculture and natural resources is very important in Dickinson County, as that's on one of the main staples for our economy.
And now for the final piece of our delicious extension pie, family and consumer sciences. You may be more familiar with the concepts of FCS. Maybe you took a class. Maybe you took it when it was still called home ec. But once again, FCS is so much more than it appears to be here at your extension office.
My name is Myrna Bonilla. I'm the health and nutrition agent for the county. I first began in extension for the love of being able to help people and assist them in finding the resources that they need. Health and nutrition is such an important aspect of the human lifespan and how we build strong future generations. There's a pretty broad range of programs that we provide. So there's anywhere from nutrition, teaching about the 5 food groups to youth, all the way ranging to how to you manage your diabetes with appropriate diet. So we have a program called Dining with Diabetes, and that program is critical for people with chronic diseases or anything like that. And so it also ranges from making sure that we have programs covering all aspects of health, whether it be physical health, mental health, emotional health. Extension provides resources for that. It's really important to have a health and nutrition resources out there to the community, because we are in a world where everything is immediate satisfaction, everything is fast-paced. Driving through McDonald's is way easier access, but it's not good for our body. So it's really good to be able to have a health and nutrition agent to provide the resources of how do we create these simple meals at home and still get the nutrients that we need for our bodies. And again, it's really important for the future generations to come, because how we eat and teach youth now is how it will affect them later on in life. The most success that I have seen is, seeing those results, those behavioral changes come whenever people come to our programs, and then they come back and say, I'm now doing this, and because of this, I'm off of this medication, or I have lost weight. And so seeing the results of people actually implementing the information that we give them and applying them in real life has been extremely rewarding, because you are changing lives and you are making a difference. They always say we are the best kept secret, and we do have a lot of resources that people don't know that we have through the extension office. So when we talk about the health and nutrition aspect, I think it's also really important that people understand that health is not just physical activity, diet, and exercise. It also means, that you are mentally, emotionally prepared to face the world. And if you need resources in that area, Extension has that to offer.
Under the FCS umbrella is another important community resource, SNAP Ed. SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, provides benefits to qualifying individuals.
Hi, I'm Adelie Tompkins, and I am the nutrition educator for K-State Research and Extension, Dickinson County. I work under the SNAP program. SNAP was formerly called the Food Stamp Program, and it is now acronym SNAP, which means Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. I do the education for that, so it's called SNAP Ed is my position. What I do is go out to communities in Dickinson County and serve those that are potentially eligible for SNAP benefits. So we go into schools that are 50% or more free and reduced lunches, and that unfortunately encompasses every school district in our county, not necessarily every building, but I can serve from 3rd grade to 12th grade. I also go into adult senior living facilities and teach them about nutrition. So mostly what we teach about, currently we're using the USDA MyPlate model, and I teach a lot about how to use this plate for your every single meal by doing half your plate fruits and vegetables, some grains, protein, and dairy. So we go over that quite a bit. I also talk a lot about portion sizes, and so here are 2 1/3, this one's a half cup, I guess. This one's a 1/3 cup of rice, and that's considered 1 serving, just one of those. So most of us are probably putting a little bit more than that on our plates. We also really encourage whole grains. And so this is brown rice, which would be a whole grain, and then white rice would not be. We also talk about food safety quite a bit and the importance of keeping our food safe. A big way to do that is by washing our hands before we make any kinds of food, keeping our surfaces clean and having separate cutting boards for raw and fresh meat versus vegetables and fruit. And also I teach a lot about resource management. And that would include things like planning your meals or planning your grocery list, using coupons and flyers to shop so you can save money as much as you can. The last thing I talk about with each group is the importance of physical activity and how really we need to balance our physical activity with what we're eating to make us the healthiest. And I wanted to leave you with a couple numbers. I see about close to 500 students in a year. And again, they have to be in the school that is free and reduced lunch at 50% or more. So it is a definite need in our communities of Dickinson County.
Hello, my name is Renee Reedy, and I'm the Family and Consumer Science Agent specializing in family resource management here in Dickinson County. I'm about 5.5 years into Extension at this point. I spent my first 2.5 years in the Marion County Extension office before I came here. I started in Extension because I like to help people find resources, save money, be informed consumers, as well as be as healthy as they can be. Programs I provide through the Family Consumer Science Department include financial management. We have a variety of different programs that we're working on through that area. VITA, which is Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, which is a specialized program where we provide free service with IRS trained volunteers. I also teach a class called Stay Strong, Stay Healthy, which is an exercise class that helps strengthen muscles for people who are 50 years and older. And I do provide a lot of assistance with Medicare and Medicaid applications through a program called Senior Health Insurance Counseling. We're here to provide resources to help you navigate whatever questions you have. Dickinson County doesn't have a Department on Aging. Many of those questions have made their way to my desk, and I do everything I can do to help anyone who calls in. People have really appreciated having our services here. Retiring and navigating that retirement system is challenging, and having someone walk you through those moments can mean the world to people. Stay Strong, Stay Healthy has had a visible and measurable impact on everyone who has taken the class, from increased balance, fall risk reduction, better mental health from the positive social interactions that happen in those classes. One of the biggest benefits I see in the work that I do here is when I help people with Medicare. Medicare Part D, particularly in the fall, we save people lots and lots of money. We have hundreds of people who come in to get that assistance from us, and we want to see them every year. That's really super important because things change every year.
So, a basic rundown. Who benefits from having an extension office? Everyone. Who is extension programming for? Everyone. To whom do we provide resources and information? That's right, everyone. And when we say everyone, we mean it. We do not discriminate based on gender, sex, age, race, ethnicity, disability, national origin, or religion, nor do we work with businesses or organizations that do. We even serve KU fans. We hope that answers some of your questions, but if you have more, we're happy to help. Stop by our office, give us a call, check out our website or various social medias. All you have to do is ask to find out what extension can mean to you.